So I wanted to talk to you guys about learning to say no at work, because for the longest time I've struggled with this and it's been difficult to overcome it because I am someone who is a people pleaser. I like to make people happy. It gives me fulfillment to see people happy, and I have put myself in situations where I let other people dictate what happens in my life. And this is true also for work. I've let people tell me what I need to do or how I need to do things, and you have to learn how to say no as a CNA. At the job that I first started at, they were constantly asking me to work, constantly asking me to stay over, constantly asking me to pick up shifts. It got to the point where when I would go to work, I wouldn't even be there 5 minutes yet, and someone from the scheduling office would be calling up, or a manager or supervisor would be calling up to the nurse's station to ask me if I would stay and do like the night shift or whatever, because at that time I worked evening shift. But eventually it got me so burnt out to where I was just sick, like physically sick. I ended up in the hospital. I was having a whole bunch of issues, and then, it was just a mess. And you need to make sure that you don't burn yourself out because you want to say yes to everybody, or you feel like you can't say no to some people. I have seen CNAs or nurses who act like bullies because they feel like since they're a nurse or since they're a CNA who's worked at the facility longer than you, that for some reason that makes them better than you, or it makes them superior to you in some way. And it's just not true. You have to look out for yourself, and you have to do what's best for you. There is a CNA where I currently work at who tends to get a little aggravated when things aren't done the way that she wants them done. I don't know what that is. There have been times when she has come in and she works day shift, I work night shift obviously, so she'll come in and she'll relieve me, and a lot of times what ends up happening is that she will come in like a half an hour early. She'll go look through all my rooms, and then she'll tell me little things that she feels like are wrong with how I did things or how I left the rooms. But there's nothing wrong with the rooms the way that I leave them. Like, all my garbages are out, people are dry, people are clean. There's no linen left all over the room or anything like that. But she wants me to make the bed a different way than I made it, or she wants towels and washcloths and stuff like that in the room. And at first, when she first told me that, I went and got the stuff because I thought maybe it was part of my job responsibilities to do these things. But then talking to other people, they've told me, no, that's just her, and that's her having a problem with something. So in other words, there was no reason for her to tell me that. She just wanted someone else to do it besides her. And I don't know, I feel like I try to keep my head down and I try to come to work and do my job and then go home. But it's kind of hard sometimes when you have people who are constantly asking you to do things. Like, people will ask me to pick up shifts, and even if I'm tired or not feeling well, most of the time I'll say yes because I have a hard time saying no. And you have to do what's best for you. If you already work full-time and you need a break and you don't want to or feel like you can't stay over and do extra time or pick up someone's shift or, come in early, whatever the case may be, then you need to say no. Because at the end of the day, these facilities, there's always people looking for jobs. And, you know, these facilities, a lot of them could care less about your health or how you're doing, because they know that CNAs are looking for jobs and they will always be able to find someone who will gladly take your job. Which is a sad thing to think about, but it's very true. So you have to make sure that you're practicing good, positive self-care and looking out for yourself. And that also goes with physically. You know, CNA work is very physical work. And if you need a break physically, or you have something wrong with you physically, like if you hurt yourself somehow, you need to let your supervisor or the scheduler or whoever you need to let them know what's going on, and let them know that you need to take a break, or you need to take a couple days off or something to go get yourself checked out and make sure that you're okay. Because these people are not going to care. They're not going to be there for you when you're older or when you hurt yourself really bad. They're going to end up cutting you off from the job, and then they're going to move on to the next person who needs a CNA job or whatever type of job. I hate to sound like a negative Nelly, but that's pretty much the gist of it. I mean, you need to learn how to say no. You need to learn to look out for yourself. Make sure that you're healthy. Make sure that you're happy. You know, don't do things that you don't want to do or that you don't feel safe doing. Look out for yourself, and make sure that you don't work to the point where you just burn yourself out. Like I said, I used to, at the first facility I worked at as a CNA, I used to work, like, there would be weeks where I would work 80 hours in a week. 1 week, not 2 weeks. 1 week, I worked 80 hours. And it was just too much. I burnt myself out real quick and ended up getting sick and everything else. So please don't do that to yourself. If there's any other topics that you would like me to talk about, let me know, and I will get them filmed for you. If there's any questions that you have or anything that you would like to see, let me know. With that being said, I hope you guys are having a great day, and I will talk to you guys again real soon.